it's been a long time I touched million again. But after coming to Zion, it happened the next day. Our names are Mr. and Mrs. Obiora. We are from Umoji in the Dembele North Local Government, Anambra State. We are here to testify the goodness of the Lord in our life. I was outside the country for years, and by God's grace, I was blessed with a beautiful wife beside me and 4 children. And I was doing well. So until a time I decided to relocate to Nigeria to stay close to my wife and my children. And I established my business here. So at that time I was building a house in my village. But it got to a point, things became so tough for me, to the extent that I started losing my properties. At the time I was like regretting why building the house. So my wife said I shouldn't regret, we should continue to pray and believe God that one day we will travel. So traveling to our village just here seems so difficult because we cannot be able to afford what we need in the house. I bought a foam and fan. I said, okay, let us use up because it's upstairs. Let's just manage it with one small fridge and generator and all that. So we celebrated the Christmas and New Year, and after that, we returned back to Lagos, and things became worse. To the extent that the only car that was remaining, I sold it, and when I was selling the car, I was crying. I was like, God, what is happening? I've lost a lot. I started going from churches to churches. There's a particular church I visited. The man said that before things will be fine, I have to pay tithe. I told the man, yeah, paying tithe is not a problem, but pray for me so that things will be fine. Then I will come and pay you tithe. He said, but you said you opened a shop for your wife, because I opened a shop for my wife. At around the amount of it, that she should go and calculate all the goods in the shop and then pay tithe, then things will be fine. I told my wife, no. And the pastor always threatened church members. If you leave this church, you will go poor. Whatsoever you acquire when you are in this church, you will lose everything. I told my wife, no, I don't like this kind of church. I was frustrated, I was tired, I was even contemplating suicide. But when such thoughts come, I will be like, no, I can't do this because I have 4 children that I'm taking care of, and I have a beautiful wife. I just entered inside the church, just the Ramdon church I saw. And it's a woman, a prophetess. She was attending to people. She said, okay, brother, please, can you come? So I came to her, and she was like, she started telling me things about me. So I was shocked. I said, how come? Do you know my wife? She said, no, she doesn't know my wife. That this is a prophetic ministry, this, that. So she managed to convince me by telling me things about me. Now, I asked her, what is the solution? Because I've suffered, and I'm about to become so poor that I cannot afford to pay my children's school fees anymore. And that will be, I don't think I can withstand it. So she said, okay, you have to bring 5 bags of rice, 10 cartons of Indomie, then 200,000. I said, for what? She said that she's going to share the rice to the poor people and the Indomie to the poor people. And then the money, she will use it to buy something and work for me. She said that's the only solution. So I remember my wife sells foodstuffs and drinks and other things. So I'm frozen food. So I called my wife. I said, please, this woman told me something that nobody has ever told me. So meaning that she's really seeing. I need some carton of Indomie and bags of rice. She said, okay, let me beg her with 2 bags and 5 cartons of Indomie. Then I was having like 80,000. It's my last card almost. I went to the church. I was like, please, madam, this is all I have. Pray for me. Do the work for me. If everything turns good like it used to be before, I promise I will support this ministry. So she accepted it. After that, she gave me some soap and some Aboki perfume. You understand? So I was bathing the soap, and things became worse. I thought sometimes I'll be smelling some. Me that love designer perfume. I told my wife, no, I can't be using this, and I'm tired. Because nothing changed. It was getting worse. One day I just pack all the things and throw them away.
It was getting worse because anytime you pay for prayer, it will never work.
I became tired of going to churches. I told my wife, I am done. I won't go anywhere again. Whatever that want to happen, let it happen. If force came to us that we couldn't be able to pay our rent here at start times, I've managed to build a house in the village, even though it's not yet complete, but we'll manage it. I'll take all of you to the village. We'll go and learn how to farm. After all, farming, there's so much money inside of it. There, my children will be going to school in the village because there the school fee is cheaper. So my wife said it can never be our portion. God forbid. I also visited another church, and the pastor was like, and my wife is the problem, that she has spiritual husband. She has 4 children in the spiritual reign. That though the husband and the children are not happy with me. I say, sure. The only woman that is my friend now, because everybody has abandoned me, all my friends, nobody wants to talk to me. I don't know what's, even some people I never expected. I slept that night. I saw Brother Bukobi. I never knew this man. But I remember one certain time on social media, Instablog, I saw where they posted him, and he was like, he talks about men should stop putting their mouth in women private. So I said, which kind of pastor is this for? This is what happened when he came that night. I was about to sleep. My heart was heavy. He came, he said, Odogu, Onyekechi, you've tried all you could. You've come many places and nothing is working. Why don't you come to Zion? Diana Zion can teach again. So one day I was sitting with friends opposite Victory Estate, where we normally sit in the evening. So I saw people coming out with bottled waters. I saw men. I said, wow, 50 men. Some people driving cars with Zion sticker. I asked one guy by the side, I said, who are these people? He said that they are Zion people. So I asked him, why did you say Ndeli? I said, are you planning to go there? Don't go there. They will chop you. Until one day, there's one bar at Victory, the Royal Vintage. I was there where I normally go to listen high life music to forget about my problem. So I saw 2 of my guys. One is from Turkey and one is from Dubai. So they were like, Obi, are you in Nigeria? I said, yeah. It's okay. Now, I said, okay, what are you guys doing? They said they came for 100 days. I said, what is 100 days? They said they came for, there's a program at Zion Ministry. Don't you know Zion? I said, I don't know Zion, but I've been hearing about this Zion. I asked him, so guy, you came on the way from Dubai and you from Turkey for 100 days. I said, that means there is some, he said, they play, they happen. And I've been following the church online. After that, I was so satisfied. He transferred 50,000. The other one transferred 50,000. I was having 100,000. I came back home. I was telling my wife, wow, see what happened. So by then, I've made up my mind to go. So I came here Wednesday. So when I walk inside this compound, I felt peace within me. Peace that I've never felt before for a long time. I just went down straight there and I sat down. There's one lady beside me. I asked her, my sister, this is my first time of coming. Please, can you give me the guidelines? She said, okay, you're welcome. Go and buy water, pack the sand, buy the seraphic oil, buy all this. Use them and be praying and see what God will do in your life. Because I was already broken. Even though I'm Anglican, we are so much strong in Anglican. I know send that one solution to my problem. I went there, I knelt and I prayed to the Virgin Maria. I said, Virgin Maria, please help me. I'm suffering. Then I came to the altar. I knelt down here. I cried to God of Zion. I said, this is my first time of coming here. Please have mercy on me. I have lost so many things that took me years to acquire. I want them restored. If you do this for me, every month I will be supporting this ministry financially. I'm making this as a vow. And the more the blessing, the more I am increasing it. So after that, I went back and said, I went back home. I used the water, mixed it with the sand and the oil. I bathed with it. I gave my wife and my children as well. Then I used the sand. I sprayed the sand around my house, the place we live. The next morning, there was somebody that was owing me million, like 1.something million. And for long, this guy has been avoiding me. At the time, he blocked me. If I call him, he doesn't pick my call. That morning, I saw a message from him. Obi, please, send me your account. Let me pay you your money. I said, yeah? I said, yeah? So, I sent my account. Before you know it, he transferred the money. I told my wife, this is I don't look all through. It's been a long time I touched million again. But after coming to Zion, it happened the next day. This was changing small business opportunities. People now started picking my calls. I continue using the spiritual item. I continue doing that vow that I promised God of Zion. Yeah, so now I want Brother Ebuka to touch me. So I've come like 4 times, I think. So yeah, I think that was the big day. I've come 2 times. So the 3rd day, whenever he reaches my side, something will make him pass. I say, is it not you that told me to come? Why are you now passing me? So when I come back, I was telling my wife, but he has not touched me. I believe that if he touched me, something more will happen. I don't know, I believe this man. I don't know, I believe him. But I said, don't worry, continue going. One day he will locate you. So I said, okay, let me do this because I think something is behind it. I'm going to fast 6 to 6, no food, no water, 3 days. Then the third day will be, I think, Wednesday. Then I will come, I believe he will locate me. So I fasted the Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday I came here. So we are praying, before you know, he come out. He comes straight to my direction.
You say what?
Maybe I'm from Nalo, I'm from Mobodo. So, but it's one of my family.
So he saw me in the dream?
Yes.
He saw me in the dream?
Yes, sir.
And what happened in the dream?
Yes, I'm teacher.
And that is what is happening now. From abroad, nothing to show. Anytime somebody is collecting money from you because of prayer, it will never work. Prayer should be free of charge. How many pastors came with a
lot?
A lot.
Yes, sir.
It is your house in the village that caused problem. It was after the house that you started having problem.
Yes.
Don't worry, today you are set free.
Amen.
The matter is settled, all free of charge.
Then after that, there was this lady selling those things they put inside the car badge. That car badge. With faith, I say I'm buying 2 today because my car is coming. Brother Ebuka has touched me. So I bought that thing. Within a space of just 1 week, I made a lot of money from my business that I've lost before. I bought 2 cars, Brother Ebuka. One for my wife, one for myself. That's my house. I have finished everything, furnished it, and I'm building another house.
This one for his wife. This one for him. After 1 week, he left Zion ground. Connection started coming. This is your house, and you are building another house.
Yes, sir. That guy that said, don't go. Not one day, when I came with the 2 cars, he said, Chai, true, he's really working in Zion. God of Zion is too much. Now he's the one advertising Zion.
The other man told him to go and sell and count his wife's shop and pay tithe. The second one said he should bring 5 bags of rice and 10 cartons of
Indomie.
Have I asked you to bring anything?
Sir, no.
I don't even know him. Madam, how do you feel?
Very happy, sir.
You are happy? I think it's the happy. May the Lord bless you. Amen. Within 1 week, he bought 2 cars, one for Madam, one for Oga. May the Lord bless 2 of you. May the success door never close.
Amen.
In Jesus' holy name.
Amen.